Heard the crinkling, tearing package, stared at the ceiling. She came out pregnancy test in hand, big smile. I knew it. Look, David, we're pregnant. Hugged me hard. Her excitement broke my heart. Wasn't ready. Body broken, 30K in debt, still just a reservist. No home, no car, unstable, insecure, and bottom line, wasn't even in love with her. Saw it all in the accountability mirror over her shoulder. Mirror never lies, averted my eyes. She went to tell her parents. I slumped onto mom's couch. Coronado felt like I'd faced my past, found power. Now, sucked under again, not just my dream on the line, a family now, stakes higher, fail this time, dragging them down to ground zero with me, told mom everything, damn broke. Fear, sadness, struggle poured out, head in my hands, sobbing. Mom, my whole life nightmare keeps getting worse. Harder I try, harder it gets. Can't argue with that, David. She knew hell. Never bobbied me, but I know you'll find a way through this. I have to, I choked out, wiping tears. Don't have a choice. Sat there alone all night, stripped of everything, but still breathing, had to keep going, compartmentalize the doubt, find the strength. Believe I was born for more than being a tired-ass Navy SEAL reject. Hell Week made me feel unbreakable. Week later, zeroed out, hadn't leveled up, still wasn't shit. To fix this broke-down life, had to become more. On that sofa, found the way. Learned accountability, learned to take souls. Overcame obstacles, calloused my mind. Felt like I'd dealt with past demons. Bullshit, still ignoring them. Memories of abuse, racism didn't vaporize. Anchored deep, foundation cracked. Your character is your foundation. Build success on a cracked foundation. Whole structures unsound. To build that armored mind, bulletproof mind, gotta go to the source. All fears, all insecurities, most of us. Sweep failures, secrets under the rug. Problem hits. Rug gets lifted, darkness floods out, controls you. My fears weren't just water. My anxiety about class 235 wasn't just first phase pain. They seeped from infected wounds I'd ignored my whole life. Denial of them was denial of me. Own worst enemy. Not the world, not God, not the devil, me. Rejecting my past, rejecting myself. My foundation, self-rejection. Fears born from the uneasiness of being David Goggins because of what I'd gone through. Even when I stopped caring what others thought, still couldn't accept me. Anyone can list 20 things they wish went differently. Fair shake missed, path of least resistance taken. Few acknowledge it. Fewer still want to callous those wounds, strengthen character. That takes going back. Making peace. Facing the incidents, the negative influences. Accepting them as weak spots. Identify, accept your weaknesses. Stop running from your past. Then, use those incidents as fuel, become better, stronger, right there. Mom's couch. Moon burning across the sky. Faced my demons, faced myself. Couldn't run from my dad anymore. Had to accept his lying, cheating, abusive ass was part of me. His character influenced mine more than I wanted to admit. Used to tell people he was dead. Easier than telling the truth. Even told that lie in the teams. Why? Get beat up, don't want to admit getting your ass kicked. Doesn't feel manly. Easier to forget, pretend it never happened. Not anymore, had to rehash my life. Fine-toothed comb, see where the issues came from. Find strength in enduring the pain, the abuse. Accept Trunny's Goggins as part of me. Free to use my origin story as fuel. Every episode of abuse that should have killed me made me tough as hell, sharp as a samurai's blade. Dealt a fucked up hand, true, but started seeing it differently. Like running a 100-mile race with a 50-pound ruck while everyone else runs free. Can I still compete? How fast can I run once I shed that weight? The race wasn't some ultra, the race was life. The more I took inventory, the more prepared I realized I was. Life put me in the fire, took me out, hammered me, repeatedly. Diving back into Bud S, third hell week in a calendar year. That would give me a PhD in pain. About to become the sharpest fucking sword ever made. That's the armored mind, forged in hellfire, ready for anything, chapter 6. It's not about a trophy. You hear that, write it down, burn it into your skull. Because if you're out there grinding, suffering, pushing yourself to the absolute ragged edge just for some piece of metal, some plastic statue, some odd boy from the crowd, you're missing the entire goddamn point. You're setting yourself up for emptiness. Let me take you to a race. San Diego one day. Sounds kinda mellow, right? One day. San Diego. Sunny California. Wrong, this wasn't some jog on the beach. It was a 24-hour ultramarathon. A chance to qualify for Badwater 135, the race I'd set my sights on to raise money for the families of fallen special operators. Everything about that morning seemed decent. Clouds blunting the sun, a steady rhythm, legs feeling heavy but manageable after the, well, let's call it unconventional tapering I did the night before. Remember that. Yeah, lifting heavy fucking weights with SBG the night before a 100-mile race attempt. Pure genius, right? Fucking idiot is more like it. But there I was, mile 9, about an hour in, feeling my stride. Then I see him. John Metz, the race director, holding up his whiteboard, time, position, 5th place. He looks at me confused, like, who the fuck is this giant linebacker running with the skinny ultra guys? I gave him a crisp nod. Yeah, I got this. Right where I need to be. Fucking bullshit, I was clueless. He saw through it, of course. Metz was a veteran ultra runner himself. Quiet guy, but he knew the look of someone who was out of their depth, running on pure ego and fumes. He knew I was a fraud in that world. He tried to warn me later, gently, but my head was too far up my own ass. See, I was coming off my second SEAL deployment to Iraq. Got back into powerlifting over there. Serious weight. My cardio, a fucking joke. 20 minutes on an elliptical maybe once a week. That was it. And yet here I was thinking I could just decide to run 100 miles in 24 hours with basically zero specific training. Why? Because I was a Navy SEAL. Because I survived Hell Week. Because I thought I was harder than everyone else. Hubris, pure and simple. The course itself, Hospitality Point, it was vanilla. Flat asphalt loop, maybe a 7-foot incline that wouldn't even register to a trail runner. Manicured lawns, palm trees, tourists strolling around. The perfect setting for total self-destruction if you come in unprepared. And I was the definition of unprepared. My race plan, hatched at Walmart the night before buying a lawn chair for my wife Kate, yeah, married again, another story, and my fuel, Ritz crackers and Myoplex protein shakes. No electrolytes, no real food strategy, just pure ignorance and stubbornness. Compare that to the real ultra runners there. Guys and gals from all over, many part of the US versus Japan national team competition happening simultaneously. They were dialed in. Specific nutrition, hydration plans, crew support mapped out. Then there was me, looking like I wandered off a bodybuilding stage, thinking 100 miles was just a matter of gritting my teeth. I took off hot, straight to the front. Dumbest fucking move possible if your goal isn't self-immolation. Kept pace with Ms. Inagaki from Japan, a legit elite runner. Why ego? Needed to prove something even though I had no business being up there. My heart rate monitor, the one SBG insisted I wear, I was supposed to keep it between 140-145 BPM. Yeah, I probably blew past that in the first fucking mile. Mile 25, 4 hours in, still 5th place, still running with Ms. Inagaki. SBG was long gone, probably shaking his head. Kate was my only crew, offering sips of Myoplex from the lawn chair every lap. Then I hit 26.2 miles, marathon distance. Only the second time in my life I'd run that far. The first was an unofficial run in Guam with another SEAL when I was in peak shape. This time, untrained, heavy, running purely on muscle memory and misplaced confidence. And the horrifying realization hit me. I still had nearly 3 more marathons to go, 20 more hours. Incomprehensible. Felt like I was trying to run across the entire sky. The comfortable delusion started cracking. Doubt seeped in. This could end very, very badly. Metz kept checking on me. Ran alongside for bits each lap. How you feeling, Goggins? Good to go, sir, I'd lie, still trying to project that SEAL hardness. Couldn't admit I was starting to hurt, starting to doubt. Truth was, the pain was becoming real. Quads throbbing from the unaccustomed pounding. Feet chafing, bleeding inside my shoes. That old question started bubbling up again, the one that haunts every endurance athlete when they hit the wall. Why? Why am I doing this to myself? Fair question. I hadn't even heard of this race 3 days prior. Chris Kosman, the Badwater director, had basically dared me to do it to qualify for his race. So, was I just doing it to prove him wrong? To get into Badwater? Was that the only reason? At mile 27, staring down another 73 miles of pain that seemed like a pretty thin fucking reason. Then I remembered. Operation Red Wings. Afghanistan. The remote mountains. Danny Dietz, Michael Murphy, Matthew Axelson, Marcus Luttrell. I knew those guys. Dietz was in my Bud S class before he got rolled. Murphy was in my class before he got rolled. Axelson graduated with my Huya class, the guys I helped mentor. Luttrell, one of the first guys I met when I started Bud S, asking me for running tips because it was his weakness. June 2005, that mission went sideways. Ambushed. Outnumbered maybe 100-4, they fought like hell. A helicopter full of reinforcements, 16 more souls shot down. 19 American special operators killed. Murphy,